Most people don't lose power because they're weak. They lose power because they react. They react emotionally. They explain themselves impulsively. They give attention where none is deserved. And every time they do this, they surrender control. Today's video explores 7 psychological rules, inspired by the strategic thinking of Niccolò Machiavelli, that teach you how power actually works in real life. Not in theory, not in motivational quotes, but in human behavior. These are not moral lessons. They are not about being nice. They are about control, restraint, and dominance through silence. If that makes you uncomfortable, good. Power rarely feels comfortable at first. Rule 1. Never react emotionally. The moment you react emotionally, you expose yourself. Anger, defensiveness, outrage, these are not strength. They are information leaks. When someone sees what triggers you, they gain leverage. This is why calm people feel intimidating. Not because they're superior, but because they are unreadable. Powerful individuals pause. They let the moment breathe. They allow others to speak first, and often say too much. Silence after provocation creates psychological imbalance. The aggressor begins to feel uncertain. They start questioning their own position. If you react immediately, you validate the attack. If you remain composed, you quietly dominate the situation. Rule 2. Never explain yourself unless it benefits you. Most people over-explain because they crave approval. They think explaining makes them look innocent. In reality, it makes them look uncertain. An explanation implies, "I accept your authority to judge me." Power does not seek permission. Those who hold real influence answer selectively. They explain only when silence would cost them more than speech. The more you justify yourself, the more people feel entitled to interrogate you. Silence, on the other hand, implies confidence. It says, "I don't need to convince you," and that unsettles people. Rule 3. Ignore what deserves no response. Not everything deserves your attention. Insults, gossip, provocation. Responding to these elevates them. Ignoring them starves them. Indifference is one of the most powerful psychological weapons because it removes validation. When someone cannot get a reaction from you, they lose influence. They wanted emotion. They wanted control. And your silence denies them both. Ignoring is not weakness. It is selective engagement. Rule 4. Let others reveal themselves. First, silence makes people uncomfortable. And uncomfortable people talk. They over-explain. They contradict themselves. They reveal motives they never intended to expose. This is why interrogators use silence. This is why negotiators pause. The person who speaks first often loses leverage. When you remain quiet, others fill the space, and in doing so, show their hand. Power listens more than it speaks. The quiet observer always knows more than the loud participant. Rule 5. Control your image by withholding access. Mystery creates authority. The more predictable you are, the easier you are to manipulate. Oversharing destroys respect because it removes intrigue. People value what they don't fully understand. Distance creates gravity. Scarcity creates desire. When you don't always explain yourself, when you're not always available, people begin projecting strength onto you. Power is rarely loud. It is reserved, measured, unreachable when necessary. Rule 6. Do not defend against every attack. Constant defense places you beneath others. It frames them as the accuser, and you as the one seeking approval. Not all accusations deserve rebuttal. Some collapse under their own weight when ignored. Your reputation is not built in arguments. It is built through consistency over time. Results speak louder than words. Silence lets weak attacks die naturally. Rule 7. Silence is the final form of control. Silence denies satisfaction. It denies emotional access. It denies dominance games. Those who master silence control when conversations begin, when they end, and what actually matters. Silence forces others to adjust around you. That is true psychological power. So, in summary, most people talk too much, react too quickly, explain too often. Powerful individuals do the opposite. They observe, they wait, they respond only when it benefits them. Remember this: if you react, you lose. If you explain, you weaken. If you ignore, you control.